Welcome, everyone. Turn down my music just for a millisecond. Again, you are watching the Gears Cup Series live here in Casa de la Horseshoe, getting ready for the Daytona 250. 40 drivers have qualified and have made it, and we are here at Daytona International Speedway, high above the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horseboat, bringing you all the action here coming up for tonight. Again, we had our duels last week. Coming into this week, a lot of people going home. So no qualifying here tonight. We're going to get right into it right at the 8 o'clock hour. But before that, let's have some highlights from last week.
Every little bit counts. Some drivers not going to run that middle line. Kind of get a little wider arc in. We'll see where this second lap puts out till he goes below the trial. We'll here see where his time improves to 49.948. Take away everything I said to the top of the board. Alex Tilley. Whip time.
49.95. But then Chase Crawl with the 49.94. Damn, girlfriend.
We'll go with Chase Crawl down the front row as he takes the green flag.
All right, we are green for duel number one in the Gears Cup Series, Duels at Daytona.
You don't want to mess with it when it gets the job done. Yellow flag is out for the first time.
Oh, we have an issue. And pay attention to that 14 car. We're going to show it in real time. Yeah, 54. Oh, shredding the NAR. But able to hang on to it. Holding his own right now in 15th. Again, all you need. Again, we're talking about a bubble spot of roughly 18th. Oh, mama. Shit almost got real for him right there. Good welcome present from Aiden Lund.
Christian Taylor, Rosello spins it, get on the pit lane, brings Nate Pollard in with him. A couple other drivers, William Robbins, Kyle Munson, Colby Hogan, Jimmy Inslee, Jesse Graham, Josh Personette. Eshelman has a bit of an issue at the end of his pit box, though. Goofy
Acevedo, Dowdy, Lukin.
Only
and that's
four
it.
cars
Three
that time.
takers.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck for them. And it looks like Travis Stroney at the end.
Lead pack in pit lane this time by.
Yeah, lead pack leading the way. Brad Gutierrez now looks like got the upper hand entering pit road.
Look at the head of steam from the second pack. Just talked about their speed and their momentum as this pack was pitting. So now you're going to have your lead pack merging up right in front of these guys. They're going to be going 190 miles an hour compared to your 150. This is going to get ugly.
See, we put it on the loose and loud. We got a caution, and somebody blew up, and it looks like Stephen Gurley Jr. Looks like Allen gives a little push. He pushes into Rowe, Allen into Gurley, Gurley into Wall, Gurley loses nose. Kyle Munson with the 16 of Nate Pollard. My pick going through 3 and 4. Got Joe Stafford and Perrin Huggins for backup. Going to the outside. Your winner will be. Cars crashing behind. It is Kyle Munson, your winner.
3-4 wide through the tribal. Connor Rowe. He's going to finish 18th. Pinch Crawl is in the top 18. That's going to take us to 19. Fortune Poston is going to be our last driver transferring in. Locked in though.
Pace car is off. Tool 2 is green. Here we go for the Gears Cup Series.
One who could previously push on the back straightaway. As the yellow flag is out for the first time in this duel.
22 eating shit into the wall he goes. Kendorian Davis finding out what turn 2 tastes like. But it looks like the 2 closing on the 0-2, 20 closing on the 2, the 2 checking up, 20 checking up just a little bit, Ryan checking up just a little bit, the 7 there just making contact with the 20, but I don't think the 6 or the 22 were prepared for that. Yeah, it looks like a chain reaction there between the 22-6 and the 7 there, Brayton. And then the 7 and the 22 do a no-pants stance up into the turn 2 wall. To let you climb up on that bumper. Whoa, we see a little bit, and we see it!
The wall around!
We got action!
Mike DeWalt harder into the wall. Right rear and back bumper. That car is destroyed. Good more than DeWalt power tools to get that fixed, running into the top 10. Meatball flag out for the 20. And Mike DeWalt's hopes and dreams are crushed.
A little checkup with the 71. Watch horn again, 00. Tagged him into Mike Poole. Oh, sideways. The 2 of Van Drugman gets him. Ryan Robertson gets involved. But the champion Drugman doesn't have to worry. He's a lock. Approaching halfway now. Gary Smith's going to lead the way. A lot of new faces, some rookies in this field. Now that we're year 4, we can say we actually have them. Again, they may be experienced everywhere else, but in our series, we have a lot of rookies. Gary Smith, Aiden Donahue, Jack Stanley, Ryan Sizemore, Jake Cook, Jesse Becker, Nicholas Van Heemer, Travis Cash, Mike Hasty, Brandon Meyer, bad hip and all. Your leader right now with Merrick Watchhorn, Jonathan Militia, Aiden Donahue.
Oh, they're wrecking in the back.
They're wrecking in the back. It is getting hot and heavy.
Wall.
Aiden, or excuse me, Alex Tilley and Christopher Pugliese in the wall.
Tilley, your fourth hitter, he's locked in, so that's not going to affect it too bad, but Pugliese low is all gone.
A lot of action here. Oh, looks like the 7 had to check up for Blake Schneider. Again, 2 teammates with 2 other teammates. Brandon Meyer holding it down here in front, but for how long? The 91 is a comment. And another yellow flag. We've got action. Bladen Edwards involved. We've got a fucking parking lot.
Yeah, multiple drivers. Jack Stanley involved in this one. Travis Cash, Tyler Steiner.
No.
Nicholas Van Hermer.
Let it loose. Yeah, the juice was loose. Nate Williams getting away to 33, getting away with unscathed, but the 44, 66, 35, and the 02 all involved in that one.
This entire package lock. All they have to do is make it around 3 and 4 here without wrecking.
Oh, we got action, Mike Hasty. Oh, we got Tony Hawk Pro Skater in 3 and 4, and they're crashing.
That second package.
Your winner is going to be, oh my goodness, 3 wide for the finish. Min Hang's going to win, but who's going to advance? Oh my goodness. Jesse Becker looks like advanced. Justin Potts, Jay Cook, Austin Thomas, Gary Owen, Ryan Robertson, Joseph Enright, Travis Cash, and Gary Smith
is out. Maybe no.
No, Gary Smith is in. Mike Hasty is out. Look at this. Yeah. Van Drugman, 33-72, getting a menage a trois of pain. Again, the 33 hanging on. Look at him ride the outside wall. Bringing you in now for the Gears Racing League Gears Cup Series. Again, I'm Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horseboat, calling all the action here over at Casa de la Horseboat. Again, Hopefully you're having a wonderful Monday night. Again, alongside me, special guest, Menards ARCA Series driver Brayton Laster, joining me in the booth yet again for the second week in a row. Brayton, thank you so much for joining us in the booth. How are you, sir?
I am fantastic. 100 laps here from Daytona International Speedway. A great way to kick off the 2025 Gears Racing League Series.
Yeah, it has been a long journey, but we have made it again. High above in the MeandYourMom.com blimp cam, enjoying the sights and sounds of Daytona International Speedway. Again, last week we had over 60 drivers compete and only 40 make it in here tonight. We'll give you the grid here shortly. But first and foremost, again, tonight's race is sponsored by McConey Setup Shop, the official setup shop of eNASCAR. Again, thank you, Jeff McConey, McConey Setup Shop, and everybody over there for making that happen. We do appreciate your partnership, and hopefully get more of that down the road. But again, tonight, Daytona in the banks. Again, here is our sweet advertisement for that. Again, we're very excited to have Brayton in the booth here tonight. I'll turn down my music so we can hear Brayton a little better, because nobody wants to hear that stuff all night, right?
Yeah.
But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Cup schedule. Again, tonight, Daytona yet again. Next week, March 10th, we're going to Texas Motor Speedway. And 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be headed to Dover. Rounding out March, we have Nashville Super Speedway and then Bristol Motor Speedway. Again, a fun schedule coming up. Again, tomorrow night, I should say, March 4th, the Gear Sprocket Series kicks off Season 1 in the Xfinity cars at Daytona International Speedway. Stay tuned, and we'll let you know where that is going to be broadcasted on. But again, base puppy Nate Williams going to take the lead on that. And we're very, very excited to have that. Now, important things to note here tonight is the changes of things that have happened here in the offseason that, again, we just had to make. Schedule has been reduced from 33 to 25. Changes to the playoff format. No more win and you're in or elimination. Playoff drivers will consist of the top 10 in points plus 2 wild cards with a 5-race playoff. So once the top 12 are locked in, that is it. You're going to have a 5-race dash to the finish. So a little bit of a change, what you're going to see towards the end of the year. And then the point system is altered to make points battles more competitive. You'll notice that as we go on throughout the season. Again, don't have any points here to show you tonight. But the 1 point going to Chase Crawl in the 48, who was qualified for that. Again, here is next week, the Buckle Bunny 250, sponsored by Refuge Medical Training at Texas Motor Speedway. Same bat time, same bat channel. And now, Brayton, I think the moment we've all been waiting for, because the grid, they're going to get into that in just a moment. Let's look at some of the chat here out here tonight, as I do see a lot of fun chat. TA Broadcasting, thank you for coming out. Appreciate the visibility. Good to see you, man. Ryman. The 1J Beezy is out there. Stephen Gurley Jr. and 55 of your other friends. Again, Daytona 250, sponsored by McConey Setup Shop, official setup shop of eNASCAR. Appreciate the partnership. And Casa de la Horseboat, appreciate you too. Alex Dagg working hard. Cody Johnson with the 50 bits. Thank you very much. And Ace Snyder with a little props to me, which is awesome. I appreciate that. But let's take it live down now, as we're going to go through the grid. Again, Brayton Laster and I, we're going to try to work this out. We'll see how painful this will be. But Brayton, let's get into it. So tonight for the Daytona 250, starting grid row 1 on the pole, Chase Crawl. And outside of him, starting second, the 12 of Alex Tilley.
Row number 2 going to be the number 18 of Kyle Munson, who's outside. Dual number 2 winner, the number 11 of Min Hang.
Row number 3 on the inside, starting fifth, the 75 of Joe Stafford. And the outside, the 91 of Merrick Watchhorn.
We're in the row behind them, row number 4. The number 4 of Perrin Huggins and Brandon Meyer in the number 71.
In row 5, starting in ninth, the 16 of Nate Pollard and the 82 of Aiden Donahue.
Row number 6 is going to look like a number 32 of Ryan Thomas and everyone's favorite 69 machine, Jonathan Militia.
Yeah. Row number 7, starting at 13th, the number 10 of Colby, Hell Yeah Brother Hogan, and the 6 of Blake Schneider.
Row number 8, Skyler Comstock and Jesse Becker.
In row 9, you have the 54 of Josh Personette and the 83 of Justin Potts.
And we're going to cook a little bit in row number 10 with the 84 of Brad Gutierrez and the number 94 of Jay Cook.
And in row 11, the number 14 of Travis Stroney starts on the inside and the 35 on the outside of Austin Thomas.
Behind them, row number 12, number 52 machine of Devin Loken and number 44 of Tyler Steiner.
All right. And then it looks like in row 13, we have the 96 of Christian Taylor and the 87 of Gary Owen.
Row 14 is the row of the 7s and row of the R's. Number 77 of Robert Rossello and number 7 of Ryan Robertson.
In row 15, we have the number 40 of William Robbins and the 17 of Nate Williams.
Row number 16 going to be number 23 of Christian Antonio and the number 66 of Nicholas Vanhammer.
In row 17, we have the 9 of Jacob Harrison and the 07 machine of Joseph Enright.
Row 18, number 5 of Connor Rail. Watch that young gun here tonight, working his way from the back to the front. And the 00 of Travis Cash.
In row 19, the 26 of Fortson Poston and the 33 of Gary Smith.
And row 20, a bit of a shakeup from where these guys normally finish. Number 18 of Keaton Sawyers and then Van Drugman having to rely on that Champions Provisional as well. Number 2, rolling off 40th here tonight.
All right, you have heard it first. Again, the Gears Cup Series Daytona 250 lineup right here on Casa de la Horseboat. Let's take you down live again in the meandyourmom.com blimp cam, enjoying the sights and sounds of Daytona and keeping it real, hopefully before it goes wrong. Again, these guys are getting ready to go, ready to rock, and so are we. Again, tonight, Loose and Loud is sponsored by Boom Graphics. Again, did a wonderful job on our design for the animation for this series. For the Daytona 250, big shout out again. If you need anything done, go over to Boom Graphics. They'll get you hooked up sweetly. And again, as always, before we get into it, tomorrow night, March 4th, the Sprocket 200 for the Gears Sprocket Series kicks off Season 1 in the Xfinity car over at twitch.tv/basepuppy. Nate Williams on the call with co-broadcaster Alex Tilley, last year's commentator, again taking a part-time role, taking a bit of a back seat, if you will, or a baby seat into Daytona. But we love him, happy he's here, and happy that we've got coverage for the Sprocket Series. Going to be hot there, Brayton Laster.
Gonna be a fun one indeed. Sprocket Series is where names are born, and the Gear Series is where the names are made.
That is.
I don't know if we have taglines, but that sounded pretty good.
No, it sounded hot to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm on board with it. Let's see how that's going to translate down the road. Again, we are just about set and underway for the Daytona 250. Again, I am just as stoked as y'all are. It's been a long, long, long road to get here, and we are finally able to experience that together.
It's here. Racing season's here.
Racing season is here in full effect. Again, we'll talk about Brayton here in a little while and his full-time ride and what he's been doing. We talked a little bit about Daytona last week. We're going to talk about what is coming ahead here later on in the race. But tonight, before we get it on, you have 100 laps, 4 tire sets, max fuel capacity of 70%. Initial start will be on the green flag. All restarts will be inside of the meandyourmom.com restart zone.
Interesting tidbit, 232 incident points equals a DQ here tonight, so you got to be careful. I don't think we're going to see anyone get close to that, but Daytona, anything can happen. Tom, I asked you this real quickly last week, but who's your pick to win?
I'm going with Kyle Munson, man. That was my pick. I know Mike DeWalt, who's in race control now, picked Min Hang. What do you got, Brayton?
I read that Chase Cross starting up there up front by my little Perrin Huggins won the second race last season. But I think it's going to be Perrin Huggins getting the job done here tonight.
All right, here we go on the flag, man. Green, green, green. We are live. Green flag racing for the Daytona 250 for the Gears Cup Series. Side by side, out of two, everybody in line and following through. Alex Tilley, Chase Crawl leading the lines to the first lap at Daytona.
Not for long to look at Alex Tilley. Men hang there going down low, blocking the inside line, and a huge run off of turn 4 to complete the first lap here from Daytona.
Tilley looks like he is going to lead the way for lap number 1 here at Daytona.
It's something interesting. No one bailed out of the pack here. They might do it this time down the back straightaway, but everyone maintained to their starting spot for now. No one going to the back.
That is definitely something to keep an eye on. Everybody seeming to get along just fine. I know there was a lot of nerves leading up to this race, Brayton, from who I've talked to. Again, all coming into play here tonight. We'll see that hopefully not for a while. Can appreciate all
the lines right now.
Yeah.
About 25, sorry to cut you off there, but 25 guys on the inside, 15 on the outside. So numbers clearly favoring the bottom. The outside able to hang on for now, going through the trial and now turn 1. Still out, still either way, but the outside to make it work with the lesser cars.
Riding now on the onboard of Joe Stafford. Working with Kyle Munson, getting pushed from behind. We can't see that, but that's what it looked like.
They battle for the lead. Merrick Watchorn.
We have a caution.
Brandon Meyer, Aiden Don, who just pushed Merrick Watchorn to the lead as a caution himself. 3-4 cars involved. Vandermeer and a couple others. Joseph Enright, Comstock, and more all involved. First caution of the 2025 Gears Cup Series off of turn 2 here from Daytona.
Yeah, not something you want to be a part of, but again, understandably, we'll back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series Instant Replay powered by meandyourmom.com. Going to go with the blimp cam here to see what we can see, and it looks like, wow, lad, a real tizzy, I'm going to say. We'll see it in full time here. Let me see what I can see. Again, it looks like it was a big checkup.
Well, Nate Pollard in the 16 hopped out of the inside line, bailed. He was going to the back, and that created a huge run for the guys behind him. And then when you play catch-up, everyone starts hitting the brake pedal, and someone didn't quite get the memo that sent Skyler Comstock around.
Yeah, let's pay attention now. You want to look at the 16, who's about a little bit just inside to the left of the frame there, right behind the 4 car. Let's watch this in real time.
Goes down low, says bye, have a good time, I'm out of here.
54 taking the 87, and a bunch of people getting involved in that probably shouldn't have been, but 16 trying to play it cool. Ends up in a massive checkup. Again, we'll go from the chopper cam, see what we can find. Again, lock in on that 28 car, that Hardee's of Skyler Comstock, but it looks like the 16 checked out of line, Pollard, and then it was a chain reaction. The 54 basically, Joshua Personette, just not enough time to react. And in turn, you have our first caution of the season. And that is unfortunate.
See if that really hurts. See if that really hurts anyone as most guys come down pit lane to get damage fixed. And now there's a lot of forward-oriented wrecks as you had people slamming into one another. So that's going to damage a lot of front bumpers. And here at Daytona is the one track you do not want to be missing your front bumper.
Absolutely. That is definitely true. You don't want to miss that front fender. And actually, you can't be any, what do you say, aero deficient? Is that what we're talking about, Brayton?
pretty much that you don't want to be in a position where you can't lead your pack. So you can run second all day long, but if you have no bumper, you go to pull out to lead the pack, it'll fall off like someone attached a boat anchor to you. And I say that, metaphorically, but that is what it feels like. You'll go from 195 miles an hour to about 175 really quick in less than 2 or 3 seconds if you happen to be missing any of your front foliage.
Now, I will say, I kind of figured this out. Again, some notable names not in the Daytona 250 night. Mike DeWalt did not qualify in, and he did not make it through into the cutoff point. And Josh Cole, another notable name here in the Gears Cup Series, that did not make it into this race tonight. So a lot of new names here that you're going to find. If you haven't been watching, this is all going to be new to you. But if you've been watching Gears for the past 4 years or so, you're going to notice there's a lot of new names here. But again, there's a lot of guys in the last season or so that came on strong, especially through Sprocket, and now coming up to the Cup Series level, have really expanded in their growth. One of those guys being Brandon Meyer, who was our Sprocket Series champion last season, is now currently up into second, a good veteran of the league. Merrick Watchhorn, new to us, not new to iRacing, currently your leader right now. Looks like he's going to do the little bit of a fake out as we get ready to 1 to green.
Yeah,
Alex, I know you didn't make it.
Guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Meyer actually made a handful of starts, 31 of them last season.
Yeah.
So coming back out, he got that win back at North Wilkesboro. Didn't quite get as good of a run, I think, as he would have wanted in the championship. Got knocked out.
Right.
In the round of 16, he was the first car out, so that one really hurt. It was only one of 5 or 6 guys to even win a race ever in the playoffs. So watch him to come out of here with a points lead, maybe, and a championship favorite.
There you go.
And one thing I noticed is a lot of drivers are in their respective teams. So you have a lot of 4-car teams. Typically, what we saw is a lot of only 2 or maybe 3 of them made it. I don't think any heavy hitters made all 4 cars. But you got guys like Tilly, like Meyer, like Min Hang, where we saw a lot of these guys working together in the first couple laps there, where they are in the Ford voice chat. They're not in the team voice chat, they're in the Ford voice chat. So they have 6, 7, 8 guys in there instead of just 2 or 3.
Now, chat, I'm going to ask you, if you got a pick tonight, make it. You may just win something. I got diecast to give away. I was hoping to get 20 subs. I'm at 9. But we might just do it anyways. You got a pick, put them out there. If you are the only one who has that pick, we're going to pick you to win something. Ooh, Riskin Paris just followed. Thank you very much. Got William Robbins. We got Fortson Poston. We got my boy in the 9. I got the 17 car, Williams, baby. We got a lot. So, again, if you follow, you throw in the chat who you got. They win. We'll get you something, dude. I got a bunch of die-casts. I got some Milwaukee Tool t-shirts to give away. I'm happy to do that. Restart now. Merrick Watchhorn and Brandon Meyer lead us down to MeteorBomb.com restart zone, and we are hungry for some green flag action for the Gears Daytona 250.
Outside with a little better restart there than the initial start. See if they ever get formed up. They're going to lose momentum going into turn 1 here, running the outside line. This is a longer distance versus the inside, but they're formed up. They're pushing. They're going off of turn 2 here.
Again, we got a long way to go. 70% fuel. You got about 25 to 30 laps, depending on how long you can stretch it. Again, some of those guys you see in the back of the field, they're playing the long game. They're trying to conserve fuel. Others here near the front, they're not conserving fuel. They're going all out. They're forced to, especially if you're the 91 now of Merrick Watchhorn.
See a lot of these guys here, Watchhorn with a bump there from Donahue. And look at the gap they've been able to put on the outside. This is the exact same thing we saw in that initial start.
Yeah.
Drivers try and go down low, kind of hurts the outside a little bit. It takes them a long time to get pushed and get formed up, but once they do, they are lethal.
Riding on board now with the 83 of Justin Potts. Riding around his Chevrolet Camaro. The outside line currently sitting about 17th. Wahlberg, North Carolina native. And a driver for Ronnie Sizemore Racing.
about the part where you mentioned those teammates, those elusive teammates here at Daytona. They can make or break your race. And this is about the part where some guys are dropping down low, dropping high, trying to fall back, dropping super low in the back stretch, trying to go to the back, get hooked up with your teammates.
Now, wow, we got another follower. Thank you so much for that. Gonna put that up on my follow alert. Jermash 05, Riptide Gunsmith, Riskin Paris, Tiki Punch. Appreciate all the bits you guys are throwing out there, all the follows. Kville for the latest follows, bringing us up to 564. Merrick Watchhorn, your leader, looking like some love shared for the 69 and Jonathan Militia. That Coors Banquet Beers Marlboro Cigarettes machine. A guy who is a frequent user of both items. And a damn good racer with his teammate Road Soda Motorsports in that inside line.
See, the outside really formed up here. Mentioned took it's going to take him some time, but took him a little bit quicker than I thought. Donahue leading the way now with help from Brandon Meyer in that 71 machine. Beautiful looking. Looks like a McDowell-inspired scheme there.
Oh, yeah.
Hobby car.
Oh, yeah. Aiden Showtime Donahue, he's dubbed himself the name. That wasn't my name, that was his name. On the outside, John Woods with the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Again, tell your friends, get in here. More people we have qualified. Winner will be chosen at random at the end of the race, especially if you're the winning pick and you're the only guy, you're going to win. Or gal. Getting 2x2. The Gears Racing League giving it all they can for you, America.
We got a lot of guys back here taking it easy on a Sunday cruise. Nate Pollard won them. Then 16 mentioned his somewhat involvement in that first wreck of the day. He has fallen back, but 7 seconds behind the lead pack. He has no damage. He's working with the number 72 of Mike Hasty, though.
Woo!
These are the only two cars. Oh, here we go.
What do we got? What do we got?
Battle for the lead. Inside, getting a huge push there. Brandon Meyer on the bottom of Aiden Donahue there.
Yeah, here we go. 71 to the inside and to the lead. Fox Sports Style, my shitty coverage. But that's okay.
We were looking at the guys in the back.
Yeah, I was. You said Mike Hasty. Big story about Mike Hasty, if you didn't know. Last minute entry into this race. An hour and a half. I shit you not, everyone. An hour and a half. A person who qualified for this race did not. They left the league. And you're like, Tom, Horseboat, why would they leave the league? Your guess is as good as mine. They qualified, they paid their buy-in, and said, fuck it, I'm out of here. So again, Mike Hasty inheriting that coming into tonight's race, and we couldn't be happier for Mike.
And currently running 40th, has a lot of damage, losing about 2 seconds to lap. We'll need a caution here soon.
Why do you gotta kill that for me, dude? I was rooting him on. You're like, yeah, well, that guy's got damage.
Yeah, he sucks.
And he's
dead last. Well, here's the thing: if they're gonna wreck, he's away from all the damage. His front bumper still looks great.
That is true.
Fix that back bumper, and he'll be good to go. He's going to survive. He's running that right left Daytona stretch.
You're funny.
Run in the back, and he'll be
You're
good.
funny. That is true. That is true. Riding on board now on the hood of Gary Smith last week, getting into the duel. The guy qualified in, all right? He Tony Hawk Pro skated, turned 3 and 4, got his trucks up on the wall, got back down and still qualified in duel number 2.
Literally one of the last cars to make it.
Literally. Brandon Meyer, Merrick Watchhorn, Jonathan Militia, Blake Schneider, and Alex Tilley, your top 5, with Min Hang, Kyle Munson, Joe Stafford, Austin Thomas, and Ryan Thomas rounding out your top 10.
Still a lot of heavy movers yet to make their way up front. Nate Williams, one of them low, just outside the top 10, leading the outside. Started all the way back at 30th, up about 20 spots right now.
Wow.
So
wow.
last year he was the last car in, made his money's worth for sure. Going a heck of a run and trying to do the same here this year.
Thank you for the follows. Rough Fusion 77, 77 Slav, and Sid Car 5 for the latest follows. Holy shit, what are we up to? 568! I can only get so hard. 77 Slav said, first time chatter, said, sadly, I live in Germany. I would love to see a NASCAR race live. You and me both, brother, or sister, whatever you identify as. We appreciate you. I would love to go to a NASCAR race. Again, I'm supposed to be going to Charlotte. We'll see what happens. But that is a goal that even I have yet to achieve. Oh, we got action live! Jesse Becker to the jiggle.
Yellow flag.
I was going to say, we got a big kick up here on the inside. This might not
Wow.
end so beautifully, and it did not.
It is on, and it really is still on. Everybody trying to get away, still banging doors. But let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series instant replay powered by meandyourmom.com.
This is a big checkup on the inside.
Yeah, give me just 1 second. We'll get that going here. Brayton, we'll let you explain it. I'll let you know when I'm ready. And we can get it on and discuss in depth. All right, Brayton, we are all set. If you've got a little bit of a play-by-play analysis of what happened, we're playing it full time.
Going turn one, I'm going to be looking at this blue 35 machine. That's Austin Thomas. Has his brother, sibling, cousin, dad, I don't know who, Ryan Thomas, so same last name right behind him. Might not be related at all. They have a bit of a stack up there. Jay Cook trying not to burn it, and Brad Gutierrez all get a run. They start to check up big time. Then Jesse Becker does not get the memo, runs into the back of, I believe, Donahue there. And then that causes a big checkup. Guys behind Becker didn't quite see it. And then Gary Smith into the left rear.
I gotta say something. The 44 who usually gets involved in everything got through that scot-free. The sad thing is fellow Storm Motorsports driver, the 96 of Christian Taylor, involved in that wreck as well. You see Devin Lucan, Joseph Enright, 66 of Nicholas Van Hebert, 77 of Robert Rossello, just trying to get out of the damn way. Lucan gets away just barely, and so does Enright. And that is your Gears Cup Series instant replay.
Just like that, a lot of heavy damage already. It's a handful of guys that are going to help out Mike Casey, like we talked about. But Gary Smith, a huge back bumper damage. Brandon Meyer down pit road here. Tilly, a couple others as well. So mentioning fuel, only about 20-25 laps. So this is a good point to come in and top off. It might be longer than that. I don't know what fuel is. That's their thing, Tom.
You get about 25 to 32 laps depending upon how much you save. And if anything, let me bring in the man, the myth, the legend of Mike DeWalt, again, who did not make the race but is currently in race control. Mike DeWalt, we got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I know you're a busy man here tonight, especially with everything going on. With a fuel window, would you say about 25 to about 32 laps, depending how much you can save?
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
Okay. And with that crash there, just a racing incident, just a bunch of people checking up.
Yeah, it looks like that's kind of the theme so far. I don't know if I would call any of these not racing incidents, so thing to keep an eye on. Doesn't take much to get a parking lot going, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both kind of anticipated early on a little bit of nerves. We got some first-time guys involved, but ultimately some pretty good racing here so far. Hopefully we'll get through the next part of this race pretty clean.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. Again, Mike DeWalt in race control, laying it down here for us tonight. Again, I'm Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat, calling the shots here in the booth alongside Menards ARCA Series driver Brayton Laster, so gracious enough to spend a part of his evening with us here on Monday night before he gets set up for Phoenix. And while we have a moment, Brayton. Phoenix coming up Friday night. How you feeling?
Phoenix is a weird track. We don't go to any of the track we really like it on the schedule. You got the dog leg, which always throws a kink into things, and kind of like a dog chasing a bone. Just don't know what the best route is to go as far as getting that bone and putting your teeth into it. So Phoenix are going to kind of go out there with that same mentality. Don't know what we're going to have in store for us. Don't know how the car is going to be. It's going to be my second time there. That didn't go so hot. So going to go down there, going to have a good time, and walk away with the car hopefully in one piece.
Well, we were talking about before we got into the program here tonight. It was discussed like the dog leg. The dog leg is an issue in the ARCA car. You said something about your neck. Can you describe what you be feeling when you hit that dog leg at such a high rate of speed?
Yeah, it really depends on the angle of approach. It can really cut it off, or it can kind of run a wide arc and hit it a little bit later. And it seems to always leave your neck a little more sore than a lot of other tracks we go to. It'll leave your teeth chattering and your head a little bit clicky. So it's definitely very much more physically demanding over a long haul versus most other tracks we go to.
Sure. I mean, it's probably it's more demanding, especially with how unique that layout of that course is now. I would imagine it can be fun and painful at the same time. All right, as we get back into it, Merrick Watchhorn and Jonathan Militia in row 1. Brandon Meyer, Kyle Munson, row 2. Mitten Hang, Blake Snyder, row 3. Jay Cook and Joe Stafford, row 4. And rounding out your top 10, Chase Crawl and Ryan Thomas. Let's see here. Merrick Watchhorn. What's that?
Seems Gary Smith is our only long-term DNF, at least taking repairs for now. Only car 1 lap down. He's still, or 2 laps down. Still getting repairs on pit lane though.
Again, the 91 having control in the MeanYourMom.com restart zone. Merrick Watchhorn. Here we go. Back to green flag racing for the Gears Cup Series. Got to watch that bottom line with the 91, 69, and the 18. All Road Soda Motorsports members and all up near the front. Pop Smoke, 816 with the follow. Thank you so much. Is Taylor and Becker out? No fast repairs, right? Yep, no fast repairs, unfortunately. Taylor looks like sitting in 39th, while Becker 37th.
Again, we want to look at Brandon Meyer getting the push from Mitten Hang to the front. They're going to clear the inside line like they're standing still. New leader going at turn 3, Brandon Meyer.
Brandon Meyer again going to be put on the shelf here very soon with hip surgery, making the most out of the laps that he has, trying to be the Daytona 250 winner here in 2025.
Going to win a race this season, you might as well go out on top of one of the biggest one of them all.
Jay Cook now, that McDonald's 94, your new leader, with Chase Crawl right behind, looking to make a third lane. Oh, is he going to get put up in the vacuum?
Get back up front.
Brad
they're going to get help
Gutierrez.
from the 84.
Yeah, Brad Gutierrez going to the middle in the Shaquille O'Neal-inspired Carvana 84.
They have no help whatsoever.
Yeah, they are in the vacuum of death at the moment if they don't get help. Notable Aiden Donahue, Ryan Robertson right there, Nate Williams in that Blackberry Old Smoky Moonshine 17 Ford Mustang right there.
The inside starting to swing right on by these cars that are 3 wide. Now they're going to have to move from Kyle Munson, Melissa, and Merrick Watchhorn pull up in front of that Chase Crawl pack to be able to get the draft going off of turn 2 here and catch back up.
This is utter madness. 3 wide through 1 and 2. A gangbang orangutan for the Gears Cup Series. Insanity right now here at Daytona.
Watchhorn trying to get the lead now with help from Melissa. Brandon Meyer on the bottom. And they're bringing their friends, their foes, and their family with them.
Again, family-friendly programming with me and Brayton. Not so much, but kind of is. Merrick Watchhorn, your leader, as we approach lap 23. Watchhorn, Militia, and Munson, 1, 2, and 3 Road Soda Motorsports teammates, trying to put a proverbial Red Foreman foot in the ass of the Gears Cup Series. Trying to make the Toyota Camrys know.
Yeah, we got it all here in Gears.
William Robbins to the inside for the lead, and that's Norm Motorsports number 40.
Beautiful
Robbins
looking
again.
paint scheme.
It is. She's a beaut there, Clark. Again, a
Watch one
late
going down
addition.
low.
Yeah. Late addition to Storm. Late addition to Gears. William Robbins known in the Donut Box Cup Series. Transplanted over here into Gears. And has had a brilliant start to his career here.
Okay, look at Chase Crawl leading the outside now. He's going to get blocked by a Watchhorn. Crawl trying to get back out front leading this race. Gotta get around that 91. 91 seems to be one of the favorites so far. But look at William Robbins, the machine leading the bottom lane. Started all the way back in 29th.
It is hot and heavy at the racetrack. We are a quarter way through a 250-mile race. Oh, that's Zin 75. Almost cleared himself. Well, it looked like Zin. It's not Zin. I'm talking shit. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. 75. Joe Stafford trying to crack that top 5.
Meanwhile, Chase Crawl, who's fallen out of it. Now side by side there with Melissa, finally gets help from Gutierrez and company. That's Blake Snyder in the 6th, Bobby Hogan in the 10, and there's the top 10. It's for the first time tonight. So trying to get this outside rebounded and going forward again.
Riding on board now with the 84 of Brad Gutierrez in that Carvana. Shaquille O'Neal, Orlando Magic inspired Chevrolet Camaro. I questioned him this week because I wasn't aware of where that paint scheme came from. I'm like, Brad, why does your shit look like it's in jail? And then a bunch of us roasted him for it until he told us, and I wasn't aware. So it was really like kind of a funny joke, but actually an honest question. But apparently I was not informed.
I like to say that any scheme looks good in victory lane, and that's where Brad Gutierrez is trying to park that 84 here tonight and doing a great job so far running for it.
Again, Brad Gutierrez, runner-up last season, losing the championship to Van Drugman, a wound that is very much still open, only a few months old. Again, Van Drugman, your winner last season, currently running 16th in that Deuce discount tire Ford Mustang.
Gutierrez actually had more consistent season. I'd say made more races, more top 10s.
Yes.
Not as many wins or top 3s, though, and that's where, Van Drugman carried that momentum through the playoffs. Van Drugman 10 wins last season, in just 24 starts.
The dude made Gears Cup Series history, and I don't know if that'll ever be repeated. 2024 was such a magical season for the young man. I don't know if that'll ever be repeated, especially in my lifetime here. As long as this series exists, I don't know if I'll ever see that again. I'm glad that I was a part of it. I got to see it. But 10 wins in a 25 race season, bro, that's going to be hard to top even for the best Gears Cup Series driver.
There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of tracks where you need a lot of help, you need a lot of luck, and this right here is one of them. Speaking of Gutierrez, look at him leading the field now down and back straightaway. He's got Colby Hogan pushing him.
Riding on board currently with the 87 of Gary Owen. Gary Owen, most popular on YouTube. If you look him up, search Going, you're going to be able to find that young man post video of Gears and other things that he does. Very excited to have him a part of the Gears Cup Series in that target machine. Currently running at 6th.
Up 20 spots from his 26th place starting position. He's got a lot of experience on the league team, the AI's team, the host scene, the official scene, and here on the Gears Cup scene.
Fantastic. Brad Gutierrez, Blake Snyder, Colby Hogan, Chase Crawl, and Gary Owen, your top 5 with Merrick, Watchhorn, Aiden Showtime, Donahue, Skyler, Comstock, William Robbins, and Perrin Huggins. Rounding out your top 10. Got to give a big shout out to our latest followers. And don't kill me over at Monquisi or Mokese. Thank you for the follow, Riley8273 and Mike Cooter 1. for that follow. Probably my favorite follower of the night is Mike Gooner1. I really enjoy that name. I don't know. I know, Brayton, for professional reasons, you probably can't say that you do, but I definitely do. That's funny as hell.
It is a name. We'll go with that.
It is a name. Thank you so much. Jack the Gamer 23436 for the follow. Thank you for that. Up to 572 followers here tonight.
If you had $1 for every follower, you could buy a lot of pizza with that. You like pizza? Got Blake Snyder leading that inside though. He's got Chase Crawl over the back bumper of that 6 machine.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to take it to these guys on the outside. And so far, it's about dead nuts even.
Nuts indeed. Blake Schneider, Brad Gutierrez battling side by side for the lead. Lee Holloway 8, thank you for the follow. Lee, I hope you are doing well. I think if I know who you are, I hope you are good, my man.
Chase Crawl and Gutierrez actually on the same team. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Tom. See, they're hanging out together.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, so Rodriguez Gutierrez raced that he won this race last year. Jake Hall. Wonder if going back here. Oh, no.
Who do we got pitting right now? Did they pit or no?
I'm trying to figure out. Yes, we got 3-4 guys. Merrick Watson, Kyle Munson, Melissa, all in pit lane here.
They've got their own schedule, I have heard, and I'm just going to say it right now since we're live. Road Soda Motorsports is some team to deal with. I am told they have a plan, and the plan is supposed to plan to plan.
The plan to make a plan.
Exactly. That's the plan.
There's concepts of a plan.
Gary Owen, Brad Gutierrez now battling for the lead. Again, side by side most of the evening so far. While we have you, Brayton, we're going to drop it now for Bohm Graphics. We're going to give them their first Loose and Loud officially of the season and give you a break behind the booth. Again, Bohm Graphics, Loose and Loud coming at you. Enjoy the sights and sounds of Daytona right here at Casa de la Horsepower. right, ladies and gentlemen, coming back out of the Loose and Loud, sponsored by Bone Graphics. Almost to the halfway point of the, almost, about 10 laps away from the halfway point. Brayden, what are your early thoughts on this race?
Yeah, you got 3 drivers going on different pit strategy. That Road Soda Motorsports crew of Kyle Munson, Jonathan Melissa, and Merrick Watson. And I'm really liking that strategy. I think it's going to really work out for them. And I think after we cycle through this first kind of pit stops here, they'll come out on top. And that's why I love this league, why I love this track, and I love this series, and I love these drivers.
Again, your leader right now is the 4 of Perrin Huggins. P. Huggies is what I call him. Brad Gutierrez, Gary Owen, Aiden Donahue, Blake Schneider in 5th. Chase Kroll, William Robbins, Van Drugman, Brandon Meyer, and Min Hag rounding out your top 10 again, interchanging from 5th on back right now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of back and forth all throughout this entire field. Some drivers staying up front, kind of going from bottom to the top. Some drivers staying out back though. So very interesting to see who's going with what strategy, who's trying to make what work. We do have a second pack kind of formed up.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Nate Pollard and Steiner all about 4.5 seconds behind.
Yeah, and it's led right now. Looks like Robert Rossello Jr. with Justin Potts, Forza Poston, and Nate Pollard.
And behind them, they have a third pack. Mike Hasty, your favorite. Josh Personette, Jay Cook, Christian Taylor, 4 guys that are all in a group about 25 seconds on back.
Again, if you got YouTube, you got Fiverr, watch our stream and then go over on YouTube. Watch Gary Owens. He's streaming live his point of view and give you his insight on how he is doing in the Gears 250. Again, Lee Holloway, where you at, Mike? He did not get in. He got taken out. It was amazing. And I don't mean that funny or in a positive way. Definitely a bummer for him. Yeah, William Robbins streaming on TikTok as well. Thank you, L. Rob. L. Rob, I got to give a big shout out to her. She did a whole highlight video last week, Ray. I don't know if you saw it, but of the highlights of Duel 1 and 2 and some of our best of, it was really, really peak broadcasting potential for you and I. Good tape for you in case you want to go to Fox or something and replace Clint Boyer. I don't know.
I'll see what I can do. I don't know if they're hiring or not, but we will see.
If it's not that guy, I forget what his name is. I know he's a YouTube star on his own right. Garrett, whatever his name is. But shit, man. Anybody can do better than Clint Boyer at this point. The guy seems like he gets smashed before he gets on the air. And then he's got to interrupt Mike Joy when he's making some, like, pure legendary calls. He's like, no, hold my beer, Kevin. Let me show you how I fuck things up like he did in his NASCAR career. That's why he's never changed.
Tell us how to really feel, Tom.
I mean, if you want to go Dr. Phil on me, we can waste the rest of this race, and I can tell you. I mean, I don't hate Clint Boyer. Don't get me wrong. Not a great broadcast. Not a great broadcast. And I know it's ill will to speak ill will of other people. But he's just not good. Perrin Huggins, Gary Owen, Blake Schneider, William Robbins, and Aiden Donahue, your top 5. Brandon Meyer, Chase Kroll, Kobe Hell Yeah Brother, Hogan, Brad Gutierrez, and Joseph Enright, your top 10. One caution to speak of, Brayton. Pretty good race here so far.
Yeah, that was all the way back on lap about 15, 16. So expect pit stops soon from these guys. Mentioned 30 laps in the tank, give or take. Most of you guys pitted back on lap 17, took green about lap 19. Been about 25, 26 laps since then.
You gotta see, like, there's only, what, less than a handful of
Here
cars
we
on that
go.
outside. Here we go, yeah. Holy cow.
On the money. Perrin Huggins leads the field. A couple guys staying out. Ryan
Look at
Thomas,
this.
Enright, Scomstock, and Donahue.
It's like if you're watching the herd migrate, one of those National Geographic films, like the herd then goes into pit lane for pit stops and a fuel. Whoa, almost getting taken out there was Chase Kroll as I was trying to do my best David Attenborough impression.
Let me tell you, I
Wow.
read that like a book.
Yeah, you had it. You were all over it. Gary Owen, Blake Schneider, Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins off first here in this pit stop cycle. Aiden Donahue lead right now. Is he going to pit or is he going to stay? Looks like he's going to pit. Joseph Enright there with him. Skylar Comstock, Ryan Thomas pitting as well. Perrin Huggins, Blake Schneider, Gary Owen, all getting the memo coming out of pit lane right now.
Penalty
And onto
for the
back set.
7. Robertson's speeding penalty looks like entering.
Oh,
so he's
no.
have to serve that penalty. That will ruin his odds of getting the victory lane here tonight, and that's going to get him caught to help him catch back up here.
Yeah, he's going to need some help. Looks like he is off and away. Joseph Enright, Aiden Donahue, Skylar Comstock, Brian Thomas, Jonathan Militia leading the pack now across the start-finish line. And will pass the field here coming out of pit lane right now to assume the lead.
That's all cyclists. Remember, there is a pack that stayed out. Or
There
not stayed out,
indeed
but
is.
pitted earlier. Merrick Watchorn. So they're probably not going to pit for another 15 laps or so.
Yeah, it looks like Militia now assuming the lead again. Thank you for the 69 bits of Alex Daig. That is perfect timing for Jonathan Militia assuming the lead. Approaching the halfway point of the Gears Daytona 250. Again, tomorrow night, want to give a shout out. Again, we haven't talked about it much. Gears Sprocket Series for the Sprocket 200 at Daytona. Myself will be streaming my onboard in VR as we are set to go 80 laps. Myself, your broadcaster for the Cup Series, trying to repeat as the Sprocket 200 champion. Brayton, I don't like my odds, but I am super looking forward to the opportunity. Nate Williams, again, if you're looking at the website, twitch.tv/basepuppy, give him a follow and tune in tomorrow night as I'm going to attempt to go back to back. I don't know, Brayton, the odds are against
I
me
believe
for
in
sure.
you. I'll tell you, this is very interesting. I mentioned it a little bit ago. Kyle Munson, Watchorn, and Melissa, your top 3. They all pitted 13 laps before the rest of the field, ran at a 3-car tandem, and you saw the gap they got. It's not Munson is ready to go. They're
Watchorn
wrecking
in
up
the
front.
wall.
Keep it going
Stay
straight. They got
green.
Mergelo, Watchorn in the wall, a couple others as well. Everyone working around them as heavy damage. Ryan Robinson around. And this isn't a caution, it's going to be.
No. Yeah, it looks like Watchorn. I don't know. I don't see it. I still see it green.
Wow, I can't
Nobody
believe.
has called it green. Robertson looks like he's back and forward. Blake Schneider assuming the lead, but getting swarmed on between the 23 of Christian Antonio and Jonathan Militia alongside Joseph Enright.
This just obliterated that lead pack there. Started
It
the bump
did.
on to the top 3. And now they're talking about a 2-second gap for 10th on back.
This got real really fast. Let's see if I can bring him in. President of the Gears Racing League and also Race Control tonight for the Gears Daytona 250. Mike DeWalt in the booth with us shortly. No caution on that one. Is there any reason on that? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah, again, we're an auto caution league, at least this season. We're only going to call cautions for absolute emergency, and that was not an absolute emergency.
Okay, hey, that's a good explanation. That's it for me. Just wanted to get your view on the race again. Green flag pit stops here for the Daytona 250, and we are enjoying the action that is out on the track. Thank you, Mike Wall, for your quick insight there, and being our Larry McReynolds of Gears.
Like I say, if it's not a good enough reason for a caution for iRacing, that's good enough for me.
That is good enough for me. I concur with that assessment. Van Drugman, the 2024 Gears Cup Series champion, now out in front.
From 40th on the starting grid. Remember, had to take that provisional, that past championship provisional.
Yep.
One of only 2 drivers that get it had to start dead last, and he's making the most of the opportunity right here, leading at the halfway point.
That is amazing in and of itself. Again, big shout out to us as well. Next week, March 10th, we'll have the Buckle Bunny 250 at Texas Motor Speedway, sponsored by Refuge Medical Supplies. Happy to have him on board for the sponsorship for that. Again, same bat time, same bat channel.
He only had a couple finishes outside, not just the top 10, but outside the top 5 as a whole last season. One of them came at this very track in this very race, a 15th place finish to kick off the season before we went on a long stretch of, I believe, about 9 or 10 straight top 10s with about 6, 7 top 5s or podiums in those top 10s.
Roddy on board now with the 11 of Minhang. Again, San Antonio, Texas resident. One of the better drivers in this series. Again, a low-key guy that you don't see really until the end. Road courses are definitely a strength of his. And his design team.
Well, lap practice real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's Nate Williams got to go 1 lap down here by himself.
Oh, shit.
To see what lane he goes here. Hate to see it for Nate. He's going to go with the racer's route, wrap in the bottom. That's what they try to do in the real life NASCAR series. They don't get lapped, hold the bottom. So most Irish like to get mad saying, oh, this should have done high for us. Well, that's what they do in real life. Good news, though, is the next car is about 20 seconds in front of Nate. Get lapped, and he's in a pack that's Christian Taylor. So, assuming we get a caution somewhat soon, Nate should be A-okay.
Yeah, this is crazy, y'all. Like, Nate Williams, again, getting lapped. That is unfortunate for him. He had a strong car coming into the 250 tonight. Not working out in his favor right now. But again, we are separated in different fields. Again, a lot of stuff that has happened and transpired. You see outside of the top 10 in 11th right now.
Here we go, wrecking for the lead.
Wrecking for the lead. He says it. It is true. Van Drugman, Nate Williams,
well,
Jonathan Militia, Brad Gutierrez involved.
Drugman.
Oh, Drugman takes a hard hit with the back of his number 2 race car.
That just took out basically a lot of guys in the top 5. Damaged the rest of them in the top 10. I don't think there was anyone in the top 10 that survived. Even Nate Williams got damaged there.
Holy shit, Alex Trebek. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series Instant Replay, powered by meandyourmom.com. Again, Brayton Laster with a brilliant call. Give me one moment, we'll set this shit up and we'll let you break it down. Give me one moment, and I'll fix that for you. Again, crucial, again, points on the line here tonight. It's not just a duel where it's like, oh, haha, that's okay. No, we are playing for keeps here tonight. This is the real fucking deal. Again, Brayton, we are set up coming out of 3 and 4. And it looks like Drugman is in the lead currently. I'll turn my music down. So we'll see this in real time for the moment. Looks like the 23 of Christian Antonio and the 69 of Jonathan Militia. Let's play this out. Brayton, go ahead.
Antonio gets a bump there. Unsettles, looks like Van Drugman a little bit. Drugman goes low, bad bump to the right rear, and sends Van Drugman around, and basically at that point he's playing ping pong off the rest of the field. Militia, one of the hardest hits I think I've seen in iRacing.
Yeah,
and that's going to see a lot of guys crawling all home on 3 tires. America Watchorn has taken it to the garage of note from that incident there.
And that is rough. That is rough for any driver. It doesn't matter if you're a champion or if you are somebody that is just trying to get into this. Again, a nice run coming off of 4. Looks like the 23 getting a bump. Oh, looks like Drugman, who then bumped into Militia, who gave him a really good bump of encouragement. Drugman takes a ride. Chase Crawl gets a taste. And the fun stuff ensues. Again, speculate for yourself. Looks like Joseph Enright says, I don't know what the break is. But he continues to go forward, which is good for him. And then Van Drugman just playing ping pong, as Brayton mentioned, taking Jonathan Militia into the depths of hell with him on this accident. That is your Gears Cup Series Instant Replay. Again, at the end there you see Nate Williams getting a cream pie surprise in that Old Smoky Blackberry Moonshine Ford Mustang.
Okay, I've noted 69 of Militia will get an ELL penalty for that. Took the blame. Felt like he gave the bump to the 23 of Antonio that sent him into the right rear of Van Drugman.
That is interesting. Antonio now your leader going into this one. But hey, another interesting turn in the Daytona 250. Talladega is wild. I know a lot of us are going or wanting to go to Charlotte. I'm a little bit in jeopardy. I won't lie, Brayton, just because of work things and things that are going on there with a second location out on the West Coast. But
yeah, gonna be fun weekend. Proud to have the Gears Racing thing on board the hood of my ARCA Menards Series number 06 from Wayne Pearson Motorsports. So that's gonna be a fun weekend for all involved. Also, just wrapped up another sponsorship deal for that car. Can't quite announce it right now.
Oh my God! So breaking news here. Yeah, breaking news, as Brayton was mentioning. Again, Brayton, if you could, I don't have a graphic for it, but I wish I did. What is your X or / Twitter? Where can people find you so you can follow along with the Pizza Man all season long?
Oh yeah, I tell the easiest way people can find me is BraytonLaster.com, which I'll post over in the Twitch chat here in a moment. I have all my socials linked on there, but Twitter just at the one Pizza Man, and everywhere else is pretty self-explanatory. Just at Brayton Laster or at Brayton Laster Motorsports if you're on Facebook. So a lot going on. We're running the full ARCA Menards Series calendar as of now. Mentioned, started there on May 23rd. That will be a fun one. You'll race on Fox Sports. You can catch all the ARCA races on it this season. The ARCA East standalones on Flow Racing. So I don't know if we're running these standalones as of now, but if we are, catch them over on Flow. But it's gonna be a fun season for all involved. But BraytonLaster.com is where you can keep up to date with that.
Again, if you didn't hear it, it was BraytonLaster.com. That is where you can find everything with the Pizza Man. Again, we're gonna be on the hood for the ARCA race at Charlotte. Again, some of us, I know that we have discussed, and I don't mean to put you on the spot here, maybe working with you in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Madison and finally meeting with you if I'm not able to make Charlotte. But Madison, I got that circled, man. I'm already ready to go for that. So I'm definitely excited to see you there.
That's gonna be a fun track to go to. That'll be my first time up there, the first time in a couple of years for the ARCA Menards Series. So Madison, Wisconsin, always a great show, always putting a great show, and it's gonna be fun to go there.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Getting back to Daytona, Christian Antonio, Gary Owen, front row. Joseph Enright, William Robbins, row 2. Min Hank, Brandon Meyer, row 3. Aiden Donahue, Jesse Becker, row 4. Joel Stafford and Alex Tilley rounding out your top 10 in row 5. Biggest name to think about right now, Jesse Becker. Earlier incident has rebounded? I don't know. He is back and inside the top 10, ready to throw down.
That's what Daytona is all about, being there at the end, and we are getting close to go or don't time. Yeah, whatever I said.
Hey, that's all right. Christian
Words are
Antonio
hard.
in control, and we are back to green flag racing here at Daytona. Big checkup on the outside.
Now Antonio kind of laid away in turn 1. Here comes Enright to the back bumper. No, he's going to go to the outside with some help. Min Hank pushing the outside. Min Hank going to stay down low. And there goes Enright pushing, leading the charge from the outside.
2 by 2 through 1 and 2, and we have green flag racing. We are back at it. Again, a lot of games being played right now. With that caution, it kind of changes things. But teams are still, regardless, going to have to pit at least one more time.
Yeah, at least one more time. See the strategy. there. We saw some interesting strategy in the first half. Outside, Enright, falling back now. That's Gary Owen in the 87 behind him. They're trying to get organized. Having some help now coming out of the trouble from William Robbins in that Storm 51 and 50 racing the league machine. See if we can get side-by-side with Hank and Antonio.
Antonio, Hank, Donahue, Enright, and Owen, your top 5 Stafford. Stroney, Robbins, Huggins, and Meyer rounding out your top 10. Again, 2x2 for the Gears Cup Series of the Daytona 250.
See the outside just fly right on by. Minhang saw that one coming, said, bye, have a good time, I'm out of here. Gonna take a hard right now and lead the outside. As look at the 07 for Enright do the exact same thing that Minhang just did at the bottom.
Switching
back
lanes.
and forth, left and right, yeah.
Switching lanes, making frames. Scary on to the inside, pushing Joseph Enright to the lead. Again, all season long, we hope for this kind of racing, but to have it right now here at Daytona, one can only dream of being here near the front. Again, Ben Drugman all the way back in 33rd. Your Gears Cup Series champion last year, non-factor here so far. William Robbins now out in front.
See how quickly things are starting to change here when it's go time. Coming to 40 laps to go. Robbins to the outside. There's Donahue with help from Minhang on the bottom. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter who's leading it seems. It's been Minhang the one pushing them.
Let's talk about the package. I know we talked about it a little bit in the duels last week, but going into this week, the package for Daytona has changed recently in the last month than what it normally was. And it really took you, if you're an experienced driver, it took you a minute to adjust this package and the advantages as it has. On the off chance where you race it once or twice, you may think it's not great. But for the veterans or people who have raced iRacing for a while, they have learned, obviously, how to circumvent it and take advantage of its advantages.
See, a lot of these guys definitely a lot more aggressive than I think we would normally see with that old pack as far as taking the bumps. And so far, only one bad bump has caused that wreck, and that comes from the most recent caution. But look at the inside. I'll note Jonathan Melissa has taken it to the garage, officially with 38 places. And Gary's been practically past him a couple laps, so Melissa will finish for that here.
And that is a bummer. Again, if you're a part of Road Soda Motorsports or a Road Soda Motorsports fan, knowing that Militia is in behind the wall in the garage, it is unfortunate. Masterflex, let's go, Perrin and Meyer. Hell yeah, good to see you, man. Alex Dagg, I know it was about a half hour ago, but thank you for the bits. 69 of them. Nice. Into Twitch.tv's pockets.
Good one driver. A couple guys, maybe. Ryan Thomas on pit lane here. Christian Taylor as well, so not some unscheduled pit stops, but
Masterflex, it is good to see you. Hopefully we can get you involved here again here someday. But it's good to see you that you're out in the chat. Getting everybody involved here tonight that's hanging out, that follow the channel, or just lurking. We appreciate that. Breaking the night, sincerely appreciate you following us, watching your favorite driver here on Twitch.tv. Again, tonight, throw in your pick. It's not too late. It comes off about lap 70. I want to give away a diecast and a t-shirt tonight, Brayton. And also, you and I have to talk on the side. I need an updated shirt for this season. We need to talk about that.
We will be releasing some new shirts probably this next week. So.
I'm wearing the old one from 2024 tonight in the spirit of tonight's festivities. But I know I'm going to have to invest here in the future, and I've got my money put aside. I'm ready to go. 64 laps of 100 complete. Aiden Donahue, your leader currently. And Donahue looks like the TJ Hanley Designs team sponsored race car for Daytona out in front, and that 82 car is looking fantastic. We almost have action behind us there with Christian Antonio and the 94. Looks like I'm Jake Cook. Looks like Potts, I believe. Yeah, Justin Potts involved in that. Excuse me.
Yeah, a lot lot of drivers are kind of going back and forth, trying to work their way up to the front. We're getting towards that money stop time as well. Most drivers came down about 10 or so laps ago, so you start planning 10 or 15 laps ahead, because it might take you a lot long to get to the bottom. As much as you get moving back and forth, I don't think it'll be an issue. But you want to start working with some guys, figuring out when you're going in. Hey, do you go in at 75? Do you go in at 76? Hey, do you go in at 70? So you got to really plan that ahead of time.
Now, I got to ask you, I know it's iRacing, all right? I understand that this is, quote-unquote, a video game, a sim. But are manufacturers important here as well?
I don't think it's a huge deal. It's more than having the numbers and having teams. All this road show that there came with 3 cars, or it's just as fast as 3 cars as the rest of the road with 33. So it's about having numbers more than manufacturers.
Friends is a good thing to have, and William Robbins seems to have it on the outside, getting pushed. Looks like by fellow teammate, the 97 of Jesse Becker and Min Hang on the outside. William Robbins and the 40 of Storm Motorsports in the lead.
Once again, man pushing the man up front. Min Hang has been the guy who's been up here all race long. Started there in 4th. Super competitive in his duel and showing it here tonight. As lap traffic enters the picture, going off of turn 2, Tyler Steiner will be going 1 lap down. See if he goes to the bottom.
Oh, Mama Perrin Huggins comes in front of Alex Tilley. And it looks like lap traffic going to get out of the way. William Robbins still your leader there. Jesse Becker, Brandon Meyer, Min Hang, and Perrin Huggins your top 10. Hayden Donahue, Alex Tilley, Joseph Enright, Skylar Comstock, and Gary Owen rounding out your top 10 as we are getting close. The 30 lap to go.
Min Hang now trying to make some magic happen. Magic Min trying to be the magical missile. Pushing the outside all the way back up for Jesse Becker. That's going to lead a William Robbins leading the outside now in that Storm 5150 machine. So 5150 teammates there in the outside, Becker and Robbins. And if you want to get with your teammates, not just pit stop to be with them when you exit pit lane as well. See those two getting formed up here a little bit early.
Again, Brandon Meyer now resuming the lead as he has been doing every so often. Making it happen. First time champ. Pop Smoke says number 4 Huggins. Drop the hammer and run. I love it. Gotta love the support. Again, keep that coming in. Appreciate the support for your driver. Brandon Meyer, Perrin Huggins, William Robbins, Jesse Becker, Min Hang, your top 5. Alex Tilley, Hayden Donahue, Skylar Comstock, Joseph Enright, Gary Owen, your top 10 right now.
Mentioned Huggins able to get the win at the second Daytona race last year back in July, so he knows how to get it done here in the high pressure environment. So watch him be a driver that's hard to beat, especially he's already up here in the top 5 as they run front and second behind Brandon Meyer. Meyer also a driver that's really established himself as one running up front here.
And Brandon Meyer, a strong driver. And he's shown that last season in the Sprocket Series, again, debuting tomorrow night. Let you know what the channel is if you haven't seen that already. But he's the champion last year. Early news out of camp for his team this year was that, well, Brandon, you're going to be able to start the season. That's okay. But you're going to have surgery. You're going to have to take some time off. Going to have to get hip surgery, get well, get therapy, get back, maybe come back later in the year once you're healthy. But something he's going to have to deal with, and I imagine 71, especially with some things that has transpired over last season into this season, he really wants this Daytona 250 really bad, Brayton.
He only got that one win last season, but never to show a whole lot for the rest of the season. He was always there, always a competitor, always up front, struggling to find victory lane right here, right now. It's the same story, different tune.
Donahue
Same
to
song,
the
different
inside.
tune. There we go, yeah.
Looks like he's going to take the lead. Joseph Emmerich right in tow. Perrin Huggins pushing Brandon Meyer along. Again, two guys that have known each other for a while, raced alongside each other for quite some time. Around a lot of new faces here in the Gears Cup Series. Munson, the lone road Soda Motorsports driver, left. Damn it. My pick out of the race looks like potentially, let's see. I don't even see his ass anywhere. Looks like 16th. Oh, he's not left. Oh, he's the only one left. Oh, my God. He's my pick. You almost made me die out there, Factor Mike. Thank you for a heart attack. But Aiden Donahue out in front right now. Perrin Huggins, the pusher on the 82. Going to give one of our sponsors, again, worked on our commercial. Boom Graphics going to get that loose and loud right here, right now for the Gears Cup Series. Again, loose and loud right here, right now, coming at you. You back in now with 24 laps to go. The Gears Cup Series and the Daytona 250, sponsored by McConey Setup Shop, the official sponsor of NASCAR, and again, sponsoring tonight's Daytona 250. Haven't said much about them because we've had so much green flag action, but appreciative of their donation and their sponsorship for tonight's race. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, hanging out with Brayton Laster, Menards ARCA Series driver. Again, getting ready for Phoenix this weekend. and as us as Gears supporting him the entire way. Brayton, as always, thank you for joining us. I know this will be some time again before we're able to hang out. Hopefully we're able to get you a couple more times here throughout the season, but we'll talk about that down the road. But as we are green flag racing, what's your outlook for the season? What is your aim or goal as far as what you look forward to down the road here for your team? Yeah, anyways, 23 laps to go. I have my mic muted. Brayton Lasker along with me. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horseboat. Again, talking about Brayton, again, his full-time ride here this season. Brayton, again, as always, appreciative of you joining the program. Hopefully we get you a couple more times on the road. But again, Phoenix this weekend, you already told us how you're feeling. The outlook on the rest of the season, how does that look for you going forward?
Yeah, I'm really excited to go to a wide variety of tracks. You mentioned Phoenix is upcoming Friday, so in 5 days' time, 8 o'clock Eastern there on Fox Sports Talladega there into April. That those come and go to. But a lot of short track on the schedule. We're going to have a new short track car out there. Got a lot of sponsorship deals to kind of put together and finalize those races. But we're really excited. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be a rocking time. Again, all season long. If you see, it looks like pit stops are happening right now.
We missed it during the loose and loud. Aiden Donahue actually got wrecked from the lead, so had to make an unscheduled pit stop. So he is currently 3 laps down, though. So Aiden Donahue's night goes from really, really good to really, really bad.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for him and his team. I was going to bring us back in, but I was like, you know what? They didn't call the caution, so I was going to leave well enough alone. Did not know Aiden Donahue was affected by that lethally by that incident.
It should be the final stop for these guys.
It should be. I am also told again via the chat that the 5 of Connor Rowe has blown up his car and will not be returning here tonight. And a bunch of cars on pit road. Joseph Enright getting a lovely push from Jesse Becker. Holy shit. Coming down pit lane for green flag pit stops. Minhang potentially gaining the lead here after through all of this.
A road driver that made the round at 8 last season. Didn't get a win, handful of top 3s and top 5s, but he made the most starts of anybody last year. Had 32 starts and 32 attempts.
Damn.
So Connor Rowe, very much consistent in that case. Starting off 2025 with a boom.
Girlfriend.
Literally.
Jake Cook right now your leader coming out of pit lane. Going to keep it here on him again. 20 laps to go before the end of the Daytona 250. Sponsored by McConey Setup Shops, again the official sponsor of NASCAR.
Brandon Meyer leading the second pack. They're going to eat up these guys like they are standing still. About 50-mile-an-hour deficit, and they'll catch this lead pack going into turn 1 or turn 3 here, going at 200 miles an hour, and they'll kind of stall out a little bit, and they'll exit turn 4 here, probably side by side.
The train is a-coming. Brandon Meyer, the conductor, on the outside line. Here he comes with Minhang, Gary Owen, Travis Stroney, and Colby Hell Yeah Brother Hogan.
That 11 car, Minhang has been the guy to push you all night long. At some point, though, he's got to get out front. He's got to lead this race if he wants to get the win. And I think he knows how to put himself in a good opportunity to get off the close. He was able to close it up here tonight, though.
Riding on board now with the 87 of Gary Owen. Again, debuting his on board here tonight over on YouTube. Go ahead and give him a look-see. You can co-stream, watch both, go for it. But again, currently sitting in third is the Target 8017.
Lap traffic coming up. Nate Williams, Ryan Robertson. They have a little bit of a draft going, actually. They're going to cut here going through one and turn 1 and 2, see which lane they choose.
Yeah, again, that's what Brayton is describing. Nate Williams currently in 33rd. Brian Robertson currently in 30th. Got a lap or two between them. They're just going to ride along for the fun of it for now. Again, as you're seeing it, Brandon Meyer, Minhang, Gary Owen, Travis Stroney, Colby Hogan, William Robbins, Christian Antonio, Tyler Comstock, Jay Cook, and Joseph Enright, your top 10 for the Daytona 250. A lot of new names here on the front of the leaderboards this year.
Yeah, about the top 9 guys all in this lead pack here. Jay Cook, the last car in line, just been right. The first car out, currently running 10th. He's got a pack of 4 or 5 strong. Let's see what they're able to make up. Let me tell you, there's a second pack back here. They're kind of cooking a little bit. They're 3 or 4 tenths quicker. I don't think they're going to have the time. That is that second pack, a 3-car pack of Huggins, Tilley, and Christian Taylor. So they're doing about 46 5s, 46 7s.
If they can catch that pack in front of them with Enright, Becker, and Munson, they may have a chance. But I think they're going to run out of time here as we're approaching 16 laps to go.
More lap traffic enters the picture now. Tyler Steiner. He's already 1 lap down. Expect him to concede these positions very easily. As your lead pack is single file all running up by the wall. You can actually just run down there on his own line like he's Sunday cruising.
And as we are high above in the meandyourmom.com blip cam with 16 laps to go, next week we are looking to go to Texas Motor Speedway for the Buckle Bunny 250, sponsored by Refuge Medical Supplies. Again, same bad time, same bad channel, race. Qualifying actually starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, with the stream starting about 7:45 p.m. Eastern, 6:45 Central, right here at Casa de la Horseboat. Again, the Buckle Bunny 250 right here at Texas Motor Speedway next week.
It's going to be a fun time for 25 races in a row.
25 races. Hopefully we can get you for the finale. We'll have to talk about that. Again, as I mentioned earlier, that we'll have to talk here because you are an ambassador for the Gears Racing League. We were on your car for Daytona, on the hood for Charlotte. Hopefully we can do a little bit more here down the road as the season goes on. Again, congratulations on a full-time ride. It clearly shows you have the talent to do this thing, and we are so proud that we can be a small part of you following your dream.
It'll be a big moment this season when you guys all come out starting and see that logo on the hood. Hopefully put it in Victory Lane out there. Charlotte, gonna be a fun time.
Absolutely, man. I know a lot of us have been looking forward to that event, and yeah, it's gonna be a party, man, with us. We come to play hard. So I know a lot of us here, they have a lot in store. They have a lot they want to do. I don't know if I have all the energy to do it. I'm nearly fucking 40. Again, Brandon Meyer in the lead, Minhang, Gary Owen, Travis Stroney, Colby Hogan, your top 5. William Robbins, Christian Antonio, Skyler Comstock, Jay Cook, and Joseph Enright rounding out your top 10.
This pack getting a little bit bigger as 4 or 5 guys have caught on. So Enright, Becker, Munson able to catch up to 12 cars here in this lead pack. A couple lap cars as well. Ryan Robertson, that's 7. 13, 14 strong. A couple guys in the back going to the bottom now trying to make a late race charge.
Joseph Enright leading the way. Jesse Becker, Kyle Munson doing the dice thing too much. Looks like, yeah, Jesse Becker going below, going to get involved. Here we go. 2 lanes forming. Colby Hogan, Travis Stroney fighting over that.
Stroney outside.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you so much. NASCAR Blood reaching us 50% of the way of our subscription goal. Dude, if I get 20 subs, Brayton, I'm going to throw it out there, man. If we get 20 subs, I might get a tattoo of a slice of pepperoni pizza on my body.
I love that. Where at?
Again, give some subs, get up to 20. I'm going to consider that. I know somebody that can do it.
Are we thinking pepperoni on the butt cheek there, or like elbow, or the?
I'll put a BL. I'll put initials on that, bro. I'm not. No shame in my game.
Well, I've got nothing to do with it.
No, but it'd be funny. It'd still be funny. Worth it for this crew. Again, Gears Racing League is my home, my love, my muse when it comes to racing and all things racing. Brayton Laster, you are one of our favorite drivers and a guy that we've grown to love and support over our partnership over the couple of years. Even if we didn't have the partnership, I'm a big pizza guy, so either way, you would have had my vote. Whether we were partners or not, still love you either way.
100%. I'll tell you, the one person that's loving this race right now, Alex Tilley, Perrin Huggins, Justin Potts, and Joe Stafford, that second pack out back. They were 4.5 seconds behind a couple laps ago, about 7 or 8. That 2-wide shelf there caused that lead pack to check up quite a bit. That second pack has now caught them. This lead pack is 16, 17 cars strong. And Christian Taylor's going to lead them down the outside here.
Oh, to the outside. Stroney's trying to catch the wave. Again, remember, Alex Tilley, a partner with the 14 of Travis Stroney. Holy shit, Giant P, we gifted a Tier 1 sub to Brayton Laster. Bro, you got a Tier 1 sub. My co-broadcaster up here. Hype Train has been started. Holy shit, somebody just completed the goal of 20. I might be getting a tattoo of a pizza slice on my ass. No shit. Hype Train has started, please. Put it up
Incredible.
if you can.
Giant P.
Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the love. And we got action.
Oh, here we go.
Mid-hang around. He's going to hold on to it.
They're wrecking down
We
the
have
track.
a yellow flag, but everybody else able to keep it together. Thank goodness for the field, and thank goodness for mid-hang that keeps them up into the area. We have 20 subs here tonight, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 20 subs. We are definitely giving away a prize here at the end of the night. And I'll give you your pick of what you want.
Just like that, we go, 30, 40 laps, green flag race, and set up for a 5-lap dash almost.
This is amazing. Again, Hype Train has started. Feel free to contribute to that. Again, if you've got a prime, go ahead and pop that in there. That counts as well. Again, if your pick, I'm going to scroll up through the chat here later in the show. If we have a winner selected, we're going to go with that. And even if nobody has picked the winner, we're gonna select a random person in the chat who is viewing right now for a chance at tonight's giveaway. Again, you're gonna get a classic diecast car from the 90s, 1/24 diecast scale if you want to look at that, and then a Milwaukee Tool t-shirt, some gear swag, and some horse boat swag. So again, if you are in here and you're part of it, again, share the stream, share it with your mother, your father, your grandpa, your friend, your cousin-in-law, the cousin you're kissing. I don't care. Go ahead and put it out there. You'll be drawn and into a drawing here tonight. Again, 20 subs. That is fucking wild. Whoever did, I think that was Giant Pee-wee, did that. Gave out 10 community subs. I don't know who you are, but you are the fucking person. You are amazing, and we do appreciate that here tonight. But I digress. We've got a race to cover. Colby Hogan in your lead as we are getting set to go back. Green flag racing, 2 laps to go. Twinning 18 following this minute, bringing us up to 577. It has been a wonderful evening for Gears and a wonderful evening for Casa de Horseboat. Again, you're going to catch us all year long right here. Again, all 25 races you're going to see every Monday night on this channel. Again, Tuesday nights, I'm going to give you an ad right now just so you can see it. And it's not an actual ad, but again, the Sprocket 200 is tomorrow night on twitch.tv/basepuppy. Nate Williams on the call, lead broadcaster Alex Tilley backing him up. Again, giving him a follow would be very awesome and recommended. You're going to hear a hilarious banter between these two fellas, a good pairing of comedic satire and comedy, and also a level of knowledge and seriousness. So again, feel free to give them a follow and join us for the Sprocket 200. Again, I'm going for back-to-back 200 wins, gear fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking for it. Again, appreciated all the follows and all the love here tonight. Subs, bits, tits,
and more.
A
couple guys coming down pit road here to top off on fuel, maybe get some repairs as well. So most of the field pitted at lap 80. So they should be good to go for even 1, maybe 2 green white checkers. If we hit third green white checker territory, fuel might become a bit of an issue for these guys, and it's going to kind of depend how much green flag racing we really get.
I hope that this is the only caution we don't have to go back to it. But if we do, it's all good for entertainment purposes. But tonight, Colby Hogan, as we get ready with the 1 to go, pace car lights are off. He's going to choose the outside. Brandon Meyer going to accompany him. In row 2 is going to be William Robbins and Jesse Becker. Gary Owen and Joseph Enright, row 3. Travis Stroney and Kyle Munson, row 4. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Jay Cook and Alex Tilley. Everybody in here right now has never won the Daytona 250. So we will almost for sure have a new winner here tonight in the Gears Cup Series. Again, you unlocked a new emote for me tonight, the Choo Choo Train fall damage. Go ahead and type that in there in the chat. Enjoy that. Again, I appreciate all the love here. You guys are kick-ass. All 82 of you in the channel enjoying Gears Cup Series racing. Again, tonight, next week, we'll be at Texas for the Buckle Bunny 250. But we appreciate you enjoying Daytona and reaping the benefits of what it is that the Daytona 250 offers for the Gears Cup Series. Again, Colby Hogan, Brandon Meyer in row 1, Jesse Becker, William Robbins, row 2, Gary Owen and Joseph Enright, row 3, Travis Stroney and Kyle Munson, row 4, with Jay Cook and Alex Tilley, row 5.
It's showtime here.
Yeah, it is showtime. It is go time. We are down to the final laps of the Daytona 250. Keep an eye on that Modelo number 10 Toyota Camry. Having control in the meandyourmom.com restart zone. Getting ready for what could be the final restart here at Daytona.
Green.
Green, green, green. We are off and running. We have a car that wants to be a strobe light and apparently disappeared from racing competition. Colby Hogan with the inside line making it work. 6 laps to go.
Got Hogan there leading the field off of turn 2. Gonna get freight train here by the outside. Jesse Becker in that Storm 51 the LLC machine leading the outside charge and hoping Joseph Enright.
Again, 2x2 down the backstretch. Into 3 they go. Jesse Becker leading them down for Storm Motorsports. Trying to hold down that outside line. Going to be tough. As bumps are being had, whether they want it or not. 5 laps to go.
Meyer leading the outside. He's got help from Becker in that big machine. Meyer's been up front this entire race. Some drivers kind of working to back up in. Hank won them all the way back in 19th. Now thinking about going 3 wide in the heart of the field. As some drivers are going 3 wide, things are about to get into the Katosa strudel.
Getting sucked into the proverbial vacuum. Oh, we got action. The 83, Justin Potts around on the inside. Out of 2, green flag still ensues. Colby Hogan, your leader.
Yeah,
I get why they don't call it. Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off right now. I get why they don't call that. Just because it's a 1-car spin and not multiple cars. Oh, we got another one. I don't know who that wasn't. We got 35 getting involved, getting into 2 cars, taking Van Drucken into the wall, and he is going down for the count. Van Druckmann, I don't know if that is a knockout blow, but it certainly feels like it. If you're the 2, let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series.
It's a car that got spun off of turn 4, and this is going to be a byproduct of that.
Ah, okay. Let's back that ass up. Let's back that ass up. Yeah, and it looks like the 35 immediately upon just looking at the initial incident just got a little loosey-goosey. Let's see if anybody helped him along. And again, that's Austin Thomas. But here we go.
Nice for him.
Yeah. So again, real time, let's watch it go. Again, up high in the MeanderMob.com blip cam. Christian Antonio, Blake Schneider getting a little intimate. Van Drugman, and it looks like the shell car getting involved in that. Again, looks like not a lot of damage, Brayton, from what I can see. What would be your assessment of this one?
Yeah, it looks like a lot of minor fender benders. I think the hardest hit is Van Drugman in the 7 of Ryan Robertson. Drugman had a steam 150 plus miles an hour into the right rear Van Drugman. That might finish off Robertson or Van Drugman. We will have to see.
And how lucky were Christian Taylor, Keaton Salyers, and Skylar Comstock, all those red cars on the outside line, narrowly escaping with their ass in hand. Brayton, would you contact your insurance company about this one?
No, I would kind of say, hey, you can give me some cash and we'll worry about it under the covers and do not get insurance involved. Although that hit with that 7 of Robinson, that was a mighty fine hit. I might be calling Geico on that one.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that they don't cover NASCAR anymore. Might gotta go State Farm or something besides the duck or the goose or the whatever you want to call it. Again, green-white checkers, first one of the night. Colby Hogan in prime position with William Robbins. Honestly, this is geared up, no pun intended, or no whatever you want to call it intended. This is gearing up for quite a finish, Brayton Last.
It's going to be a fun one. Indeed mentioned green-white checkered. We're going to use one of them right here, right now. See if fuel will be an issue for these guys. Some guys did pit a little bit earlier. So some of them pitted all the way back on lap 74. Dante, for example, one of them. He's 3 laps down. See if he will have to come back out. Gary Smith as well. 8 laps down. They're just kind of chugging along, getting laps. So some of these guys pitted fairly early. Most everyone else, so about lap 79, lap 80. Highest running of the guys that pitted on the last caution is Brad Gutierrez, currently 17th.
Again, wonderful insight from Brayton Laster, as always. Again, a guy who comes prepared. So if you're looking for a color commentator that knows what the hell he's talking about, this is the guy you want to talk to. Again, always a pleasure to have you in my booth, Brayton Laster. Again, the Daytona 250, the Gears Cup Series, sponsored here tonight by McConey Setup Shop, the official setup sponsor of eNASCAR and a sponsor of the Gears Cup Series and the Daytona 250. Again, tonight, thank you so much for your support. Again, Brayton, appreciate always joining me again at the beginning, at the end. It's always fun when our paths cross.
Always a great time here with the Gears Racing League, whether we're in the Cup guys, the Cup Series, the Sprocket guys, or just hanging out for a fun night. Gears guys know how to put on a show for sure, and this night is none other.
Yeah, the Daytona 250 has shown up as advertised. Definitely something that we're very proud of, and this race tonight has been great. I think you've had green flag pit stops, you've had timely cautions, and really, actually, and I'm not going to say this out loud, but really fun points of the broadcast. So, entertainment purposes has been perfect, and we are ready to gear up for our first green-white checkers of the night.
Woo! See, looking back at our picks, I forget who you went with. I know my pick, I said, Chase Crawls on do mighty fine, starting from that pole position. He's currently first car lap down in front of only car lap down, so he's looking for a quick caution here. My pick, ultimately, Perrin Huggins started 7th, currently running 15th. So watch him and Min Hang starting back there side by side, work right up through this field. I think with 2 laps to go, if I wanted to pick 2 drivers to make up the most spots in these 2 laps, it's going to be those 2 right there.
Yeah, and again, just to inform you of my pick, it was the 18 of Kyle Munson. Munson currently, let me see if I can see him. Looks like
14th.
He's 13th, 14th right there. So again, break down. Here's 1 lap to go. Brayton, you want to break down the top 10 for us?
Of course, that Colby Hogan, no surprise there, leading away here to green for the first green white checkered. William Robbins in that 5150 LLC will line up second on his inside. Brandon Meyer third. Gary Owen fourth. Jesse Becker fifth. Travis Strojnoy in sixth. Yeah, I know that was a tough one. Stroni. Beef Stroganoff. Stroni. There we go.
Think of Stromboli, but Stroni.
There we go. Joe Stafford in seventh. Joseph Enright in eighth. Jay Cook ninth. And Alex Tilley 10th. I'm toaster. I've gotten Travis's name right every single time except then, so I saved the best for last.
That is all right, brother. Again, always a good effort on a view, and we appreciate that. Looks like William Robbins on that front row. Looks like for this green-white checkers, green flag here at Daytona. Hopefully for the final time for the Gears Daytona 250.
Kobe Hogan quick to go from the outside to the inside, looking to get bumped off from Robbins outside, falling apart inside as well. Going to turn one. It is a 5-car breakaway for your top three.
Hogan, Robbins, and Meyer, 1, 2, and 3, as we're trying to get to the white flag. Desperation mode. You can smell it in the air.
Down the back straight over here, the outside, starting to form up in right, all over the back bumper of Travis. Now 14, they'll have the speed, they'll have momentum. They're going to get a block. Brandon Meyer goes outside. He'll use that draft to pull Travis in his back bumper. Comes out for turn 4, looking for the white flag.
Colby Hogan leading us down. 1 to go here for the Daytona 250. We got action. Gonna stay green.
White flag taken, field keeps it straight. Gary Owen about gets turned by the 40 of Robbins. Meanwhile, it's Colby Hogan up front, getting a bump, getting a shove from Brandon Meyer. Meyer now gets him up into the lead.
Brandon Meyer again gonna be on the shelf shortly after this race concludes. Oh, Joseph Enright, Gary Owen banging doors. Owen staying strong to the inside. Travis Stroni to the inside of Brandon Meyer. 3 and 4, here they go. Mustang. Stroni, Brandon Meyer, Alex Tilley, 1, 2, and 3. Down the stretch, Tilley taken out. To the inside again, Stroni. Winner, Brandon Meyer, the Daytona 250.
Brandon Meyer, the man, the myth, the legend, Rocky Darius finishes second. Hogan will finish third, spinning across the start finish line. Huggins talking about the run. I just said we're going to pick someone to go from the back to the front. It's going to be him. Finishes fourth. And Kyle Munson rounding out your top 5.
Wow, and I got to say, Colby Hogan getting that third. I don't know if that's going to stand. He took like 2 people out deliberately.
Man, after he shipped out,
I don't know.
Tilley having to finish through the grass on pit road. So we'll see about that. Oh, and a couple hard hits afterwards,
that was
too.
Fucking insane. And let's go back one more time while we can. We'll back that up and see what we can see there towards the end. Let's go chopper cam while we can before we get into the thick of it. Again, Gears Cup Series instant replay ending this thing strong.
Hey, regardless, Brandon Meyer, though, going to victory lane. What a story.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him. Again, you see
Colby Hogan race on controller.
Yeah, I mean, that was amazing. You can't knock Brandon for what he's done. You can't take that away from him. He earned that every step of the way. My thing was looking at it at the end, the run that Colby Hogan have. If you look from right to left, you see that 10 car, that Modelo gold, white, and black. Get an amazing run from Perrin Huggins and Brad Gutierrez out of 4 onto the entrance of the trioval. Hogan says, "Fuck you, hold my beer," taking Tilley out. Getting a push from Perrin Huggins. And look at that jaunt from in third, saying, "Hey, Travis, you see my front bumper? 12 ate that. You're going to eat that too." Putting him out.
Oh, they're going to eat buffet.
Holy cow. Ponderosa indeed. Brandon Meyer, Brad Gutierrez, Colby Hogan, Perrin Huggins, Travis Stroni, your top 5. Kyle Munson, Blake Schneider, Alex Tilley, Skylar Comstock, and Gary Owen rounding out your top 10. And honestly, that was That was the most wild Gears Cup Series Daytona finish in history. In history, for sure.
Let me tell you, the story of Brandon Meyer needs to be a documentary somewhere. Ran 14 races in 2023, didn't get a single win. Only, I think, a handful of top 10s, 3, maybe 4. A couple of best finish of 6 at Talladega and Pocono. And then comes back last season, looks to be more consistent, has an okay race at Daytona, top 10 there, a top 10 from Calgary, then breaks through for his first win at North Wilkesboro, and it was kind of quiet the rest of the season, ended the season with 2 top 10s back to back, but other than that, it's kind of was calm, cool, and collected, but kicks off 2025 here with a win.
Holy shit. Like, I mean, that was probably as good as it gets, but Brandon Meyer, Brad Gutierrez, Colby Hogan, your podium finisher. We're going to interview all 3 of them. Give us just a moment. We will make that happen. If Colby Hogan is around, let me see if I can find his ass. Can't find him. Looks like he is missing in action, but we're going to go. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. We're going to talk to him. Give us just one moment. Again, you are watching the Daytona 250 right here in Casa de la Horseboat. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Alongside with me here tonight, Menards ARCA Series driver Brayton Laster, again making his race here at Phoenix here Friday night. Very happy to have him in the booth with us here tonight. Again, as always, it is a wonderful opportunity to have you along with us in the booth.
Always a pleasure getting to come in here and tell my story, talk a little bit, and yeah.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. Before we get the interview, looks like T-Dalt24 and Justin's tag. Appreciate the follow for that. Again, as we get ready to go into the Gears Cup Series post-race show, again sponsored by McConey Setup Shop, official sponsor of eNASCAR, and tonight's race here for the Gears Cup Series. Colby Hogan finishing 3rd. Colby, you were like Mike Tyson in the late 80s, early 90s, earning your way for a 3rd place finish. Colby, how are you feeling after tonight's 100-lap jaunt?
A little bit regretful. I kind of cleaned out Travis there, but
I mean, you kind of, if I'm being honest with you, you kind of cleared out Tilly and Stroney on that one, bro.
Yeah, I kind of cleared out everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. You may, I don't know. I mean, I can't speculate because I'm just a broadcaster, but you may receive punishment for that one. But overall tonight, you were up there up front most of the night. How was your car feeling? And most of all, how did your team feel about you contending here for the win?
Well, the car was pretty good. A little loose on that before that mid-race caution because I didn't take tires the entire time. But
really,
oh yeah,
that's hot. That's hot.
I think the team's pretty happy though.
I would imagine they would be. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or a congratulations on?
Obviously congratulate the winner. But shout out to Bladen Edwards. He couldn't make it because he didn't make the race, unfortunately. But it is what it is.
It is what it is for sure. Colby, I love having you around. Brayton has labeled you as Hell Yeah Brother Hogan, so hopefully you absorb that name and love it. But apparently, you know, it's a good name for you. Fits. Congratulations on a 3rd place finish. And yeah, hopefully we see you in Texas next week, bro.
All right. See ya.
Thank you, Colby Hogan.
What an interview.
I don't know what to say about that. Brad Gutierrez finishing 2nd in the 84 Shaquille O'Neal pinstripe jail theme machine. Thank you, Brad, for joining the program. Brad, I know that you and I have been giving each other shit all week long through the Discord. Brad, I love that we were able to have that and then know, like, honestly, you know that it's playful, right? Like, I'm not trying to dig at you. I honestly didn't know what that was. But again, finishing 2nd Again, and this is not a slight, runner-up last year in 2024, but again, showing up here in second in 2025, a good start for you in race 1.
A good start, yeah, but I guess second place just loves me a lot that I got to finish second almost everywhere. I wish I could, win. I know I won like 3 times last year, but 3 times isn't enough, so.
Brad,
I guess I'll just finish second and, call it a day.
All joking aside, Brad, you are a strong driver, giving that 84 a name to root for here in the Gears Cup Series. Anybody give a shout out? I mean, you worked hard here. You qualified into the duels, and then you made it into the 250, and with a strong showing in second, that is nothing to shy away from, especially when you know about, 60 plus has tried to qualify for the field. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I definitely want to, well, first, before I even shout out anybody, I want to apologize to, I believe it was like coming to 2 laps to go before that caution came out. Just pushing somebody, accidentally pushed him on the wrong quarter and spun him out. I don't remember who it was, but I apologize to him if he's watching it. And then at the end here, Joe Stafford, I just got a run, car got a little loose and just snapped on me a little bit, so it kind of knocked him out the way. I'm sorry for that as well, before anything. And then now, just shout out my RGR guys, Skylar, Chase, Yahir, and everybody else waiting for me in the RGR VC.
Hey man, RGR is awesome. I hope all you guys come back this season. A strong Daytona 250 finish. Second place indeed. Brad Gutierrez. Again, I know we're going to be talking to you later in the year. Congratulations on a solid finish here tonight.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You are very welcome. And finally, last but not least, Brandon Meyer, the man that's going to get surgery, the man who is quote-unquote injured, winning the Daytona 250. Brayton, I know you got a question or two to ask him, but Brayton and Brandon, welcome, meet each other, say hello, shake hands. Brandon, how are you feeling after winning your first Gears Daytona 250?
Holy shit, dude. This is awesome. What a way to do this. Gonna be on the shelf here soon. That whole last lap, I saw Travis go into me. I'm like, no, dude. And then I got that run on him on the outside coming out of 4, and I'm like, I got this thing. So, probably my second win, biggest one I got. So,
dude,
Daytona 250 winner, man.
Dude, I know that it means a lot to you. I know you're a part of Gears. You've been around here for a couple years now, so I know you love Gears. I know you're a part of this. You appreciate everything that happens here. But tonight, I know that's important to you. I know you're going on the shelf for a couple months. Again, explain, what is your timeline? When are you going in? When do you expect to be back?
So, I go in on the 28th of March. It's going to be around a 2-hour surgery. They're going to go in, repair the liner behind the socket of my right hip. And while they're in there, they're going to shave down the hip socket and ball a little bit to relieve some of the pain. And then I'm going to be on the shelf for, it could be anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks.
8 to 10 weeks. So again,
yeah.
I know you may not qualify for the playoffs, but I hope when you're healthy enough to get back, you are a solid driver, a person that I have competed with in Sprocket Series. And, you've proven time and again that it doesn't matter what track you're at, you are a constant competitor, and you seem to rise, the cream, as Macho Man Randy Savage, my favorite wrestler, would say it, the cream rises to the top, and you're a part of that. So again, congratulations, Daytona 250 winner. Pending, whatever. But I know that you are the winner here tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out? And before I do that, again, I'm sorry, stop sign before I give you shout out availability. Brayton, do you have any questions you want to ask him? Anything you want to
I do. I have a great question. This race we saw a lot of leaders go back and forth. You're talking not just lap to that, but literally back straight away to front straight away. The lead might change 2 or 3 times. At the end of it, you're able to lead 24 laps, a race high throughout the field. And going into it, did you plan to really be the guy up front for most of the race?
My goal was to win this race tonight. Being on the shelf, I told myself a few weeks ago, I'm winning Daytona to make it feel better because I know I'm going to miss a lot of this. Normally, if I run a official race at Daytona or something like that, Draft Masters, I run in the back because I don't want to be a part of the wreck. Tonight, I didn't give a shit. We came down to 4 laps to go. I was on fumes. I'm like, please just make it. Please just make it. Here we are, boys.
That's awesome.
I love
Well,
it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love it. And before we let you go here, anybody you want to give a shout out to or a thank you to? Again, you're going to be on the shelf for a minute. Daytona, probably, we're going to have a picture in our Discord of you all week long of your accomplishment. Again, you are the Sprocket Series champion. Unfortunately, not going to be able to defend your title as you should. But who do you want to give a shout out to here tonight?
Give a shout out to Walt. He puts this on for us. One hell of a guy. One hell of a league. A lot of competition this year. What did we send home? 24 cars last week? So
Something like that. Yeah.
Just goes to show you this league is one of the top that I've raced in. I've been on this for 5 years, and this is probably the best or not the best that I've raced in. Give a shout out to him. Tom, you do one hell of a job in that booth every week. You make people laugh. You make us drivers laugh. You say what's on your mind. Braden, thanks for joining us tonight.
Of course.
You as a real life ARCA driver, you know what this shit is like. You know what it's like to win one of these big races. You got to get yourself to victory lane this year, buddy.
I'm hoping so. Using lessons learned from Brandon Meyer.
Yep. Just no fucks given in the last 5 laps. Just hammer down. My team I established this year, Roken Nation. Well, the name is not mine. It's actually Mike Casey's group that he made up. The team I was on disbanded. We all talk still. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get the band together. So I got Hasty to run with me. And I saw that Perrin was coming back, and I reached out to Perrin. I go, Perrin, you want to be our teammate? So I don't know if anyone knew that. Perrin's on our team this year.
Oh, Perrin, you're a teammate. That's amazing to learn.
Yes,
right
sir.
now, he's in our lobby right now talking with us. Perrin, we'll talk to you in a minute. That's interesting knowledge to know.
Yep. Watching Perrin go through that field I don't even know what date it is. Last Monday. There we go. Everything's a blur to me. I really don't even know what month it is. It's just everyone tonight that put this good show together. I think it was a fairly good race.
Yeah, it was great. I don't know, Brayton, you can disagree if you want, but Brayton, I thought this was a great race, a good representation of what the Daytona 250 is about.
100%.
And that last person I want to thank is that guy, not dissing anyone, that guy that did not race tonight and allowed my teammate Mike Casey to come into this race tonight. We were ecstatic. Instantly, I saw that and I called him. I go, "Get your fucking ass on tonight, dude! You're racing."
That's awesome.
So,
Cool.
yeah. So we'll go soak this up tonight, and hey, I'll defend this race for another year.
Again, your Daytona 250 winner, Brandon Meyer. Congratulations on a well-deserved victory. And again, nobody can take that away from you now. You are the Gears Cup Series Daytona 2025 champion here tonight.
Yep.
Again, congratulations.
The other thing that nobody can take away from me, too, is the inaugural Sprocket champion, so I get to hang that forever.
Kiss my ass. That's not what we're talking about here tonight. I'm going to write this down.
I'll be there for season 2.
Oh, you're going to be around here tomorrow night?
No, for season 2 of Sprocket.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that is awesome. Again, I will show this off here while I got a second. Again, Brandon Meyer, Andover, New Hampshire resident and your Daytona 250 winner here at Daytona International Speedway here for the Gears Cup Series. Special guest here tonight besides Brayton Laster, Perrin Huggins finishing 4th tonight. Again, Perrin, thank you for joining the program. 36 seconds or less, what is your breakdown on how you experienced your Daytona 250?
It was a very up and down race, man. But first things first, I want to throw out a huge congrats to my teammate Brandon there. I know he wanted this win very bad, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm getting it," and he got it. So an up and down race there. I had 7 minutes of damage there, so I thought I had no chance in hell. I seen a few holes open up, and I had my foot on the floorboard and didn't lift, and I somehow got a 4th, and so it was pretty wild, very wild.
Well, fourth is better than nothing at all. Again, you finish inside the top 5. Again, for team standings, I know that's going to play a big part here going forward. Again, congratulations, Perrin, inside of a top 5 finish.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Tom, and yeah. Thanks for having me back in gears. It's a fun start so far.
Perrin Huggins, you are one of the favorites in our series, if not by me, by many others in the community. Again, welcome back, and we love you, dude. Hopefully you stay around for a long time.
Love y'all too, man. I'm happy to be here.
Again, thanks again, Perrin Huggins, finishing 4th inside the top 5. We'll give you one more look at the inside of the top 20 before we leave here tonight. Again, Brayton Laster, if you have any final thoughts, now would be a good time to share. What do you feel?
I'm excited to see what the 2025 Gears Racing League, not only the Cup Series, but the Sprocket League holds as far as excitement. Tonight, there was no shortage of it, and I think it'll be that way going forward for the next 24-plus races. Of note, I do want to give a shout-out to Christian Antonio. Mentioned that 34 incident point DQ limit. Christian was able to find 33 incident points in tonight's race. So one shy of being that guy. So,
wow.
Shout out to him.
Well, Giant Pee Wee, I want to give a big shout out to, again, a guy who gifted a bunch of subs out, got us up to 20. Let's do a big giveaway here tonight. Brayton, are you in our chat currently at this moment?
I am in the Twitch chat. I'm here. I'm proud.
Now we're looking at who's active in the Twitch chat tonight. I'm not going to pick this person. So if you see somebody in the chat here, again, Giant Pee Wee, biggest gifter here tonight for sub points. We have about 26 viewers left in the chat. Let's see here. Who do we got? Looks like L Rob's pretty active still. The one J Beezy, C Johnson 08. Again, looks like we have a few people here tonight still involved in the chat. Brayton,
I think Giant Pee Wee deserves a little something, something.
All right, Giant Pee Wee. Again, if you are not a part of the Discord, you are the biggest gifter of the night. DM me on Discord. Please send me your information. Of course, I said my fucking name and not your name because I'm tired. Since you are the biggest gifter here tonight, we're gonna give it to you just because we appreciate everything that you do. L Rob, I want you to reach out to me too. I think I got some for you as well. So again, tonight we appreciate all the love and the support that you guys provide to everyone, to even the viewership here. Again, next week you're looking at Texas Motor Speedway for the Buckle Bunny 250. Again, same bat time, same bat channel. We might do another giveaway here next week. And before I leave, I'm going to kick it back out. We want to give one more big shout out to Nate Williams, who has graciously offered to get involved and be a part of what we're doing for next week. Again, tomorrow. I shouldn't say next week. Tomorrow is the Sprocket Series and the Sprocket 200 over at twitch.tv/basepuppy. If you couldn't get enough of Gears Cup Series action, the Sprocket Series is tomorrow night. Again, Nate Williams on the call with Alex Tilley over on twitch.tv/basepuppy. For Brayton Laster, I am Tom Torrey, wishing you a wonderful Monday night and a wonderful work week as we go ahead. Appreciate all the follows, and we will see you soon next week at Texas for the Gears Cup Series. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for watching.